I'm Jana with Pearl Together, and these are my podcast co-hosts, podcast partners, Jill and Lindsay from Illinois. Welcome. Here we are. We missed you last time.
I know, it's been a long time since I've been here.
It's been a long time.
I feel like last time I was here, I was blonde.
You were. It's true. And I was just going to say, we're all unintentionally wearing dark shirts, and your hair is darker. My hair is not darker. Still gray.
My hair is natural instead of fake blonde.
I like it, that color.
Thank you. I'm liking it too.
And you had different glasses, I think, last time.
I doubt it because I've had these for like 6 months. But people keep thinking that they're new. I think it's my hair throwing people off.
I think so too, because maybe the hair just brings out the color of your glasses.
Yeah, like the white stuff in them. Yeah, because everybody keeps asking me if I got new glasses, and they're like 6 months at least.
Maybe none of us, we're just not very observant because nobody noticed 6 months ago.
It's fine.
So yay. It is the end of August. Almost.
It's insane.
So crazy.
I'm glad.
Crazy.
I'm glad. August is like my least favorite month of the year, pretty much.
Why
would never have guessed that.
Really? Why?
Well, I love August because it's the start of the school year. My boss calls it the best month of the year.
He does.
He calls it the best day of the year when school starts. It's his favorite day of his entire life.
It is.
He will never not be happy for the first day of school.
I don't care for August where we live in our climate because it's still hot. Everything is brown and dry and it's windy and it's gross. And it's like the end of the growth. You know, it's just, bleh. I'm just waiting for frost.
It's not here too. It's been very hot. It was 90 something today and like 90 something % humidity.
Oh,
when you go outside, your glasses fog up.
Oh yeah. Every time.
Bizarre. We don't have the humidity.
Like,
we have the wind. Yeah.
I mean, the humidity is still 93% right now.
That's disgusting.
You go out and you feel the air.
Well, 75 feels like 84.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what ours is. Ours is 78, feels like 79.
See, this was one of my favorite parts of the Christmas vlog that you did with Amba was the weather part.
And our humidity is 40%.
Jana, I have your weather on my little weather thing. Like I have like you, my best friend who lives in Minnesota, and like a couple other people. So I always know what your weather is.
Cool. That's fun. So let's have our segments. What are we going to talk about first? Whips.
Jill looks so excited.
I am because I asked Lindsay to bring her sweater. It is gorgeous. It is Lindsay. I'm hoping that she has some beautiful, beautiful pieces.
I brought my sweater.
So I want to do FOs first. So
okay.
I can find her stuff.
Okay. I think I might only have like one, but yeah, but okay, great.
Okay. This is the most I'll ever have. And it's.
Well, 2. You start then.
2. So don't get that excited. Okay. One of them is one that I've shown previously multiple times, but I did another one and gave it away as a gift. Keep wanting to say gifted.
Thank you for that, though.
You're welcome. It's only because I'm talking to you.
Thank you.
And I feel like you're going to judge me if I say it. So
verbing a noun. I'm all for verbing a noun.
So anyway, this
one.
is the baby onesie that I don't know how to pronounce because it's in some other language. I gave away as a gift one that was an ivory color. This is Kate's old one. So yeah, I have this that is
just so
very long ago.
But the one that you can't pronounce, we'll put the title bar underneath and we'll put the link. We'll put the link to your stuff in the video. We'll put all the links down below. So. Oh, look at the lace. Look, show us the lace on the bottom.
So pretty little lace.
Nice.
So this is the Fernwood Raglan. I knit it as a test knit for Alicia Plummer.
Right.
I'll have to tell you what the yarn is later because
And that pattern has since been released.
This pattern has been released. The yarn info is on my project page. She called for worsted. I did it in DK with no adjustments. It's an easy, quick raglan with some little lace details at the bottom that turn out so pretty in the end.
That's cute.
And it has little bracelet length sleeves.
Okay. I was just going to ask if it had the lace. I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult, I don't think, to put the lace. No,
some people who were testing it did add lace around the sleeves. I like a more fitted sleeve.
Right.
So I don't.
You're probably a sleeve pusher upper.
I'm not, because I don't like when my sleeves push up and then they get all, wide. And then they don't fit. I like them to be very snug around my wrist.
Interesting.
Yes. Or very snug around my bracelet length,
Forearm.
I had not ever heard of bracelet length before. I love that term.
Oh, it's a real one. I didn't make it up.
No, I've always just heard 3/4 sleeves. I've always
this is a little longer than 3/4. I would call this 3/4 and this bracelet. So it's almost at your wrist. But if you're wearing a pretty little bracelet, it'll show it off. I don't think that's why it's called that, but.
Okay. See, I always thought bracelet length just looks like you outgrew it.
Oh, see, no, that's my favorite length of anything.
Okay.
Dress, sweater.
So that your watch doesn't get hung up and that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all my finished up.
Jill, you're like,
oh. No, because I'm sitting here thinking about it and you don't have super long sleeves. A lot of your sleeves, are bracelet length.
I know.
Huh.
I know.
Who knew?
Because that's my favorite length. I didn't know. I
didn't know that was a thing.
That way.
That's gonna have to be.
I have for 12 years purposefully bought all my shirts that way.
That's it. Oh, yeah. Man. I think that's a relatively, in the scheme of my whole life, that's a relatively new thing. You didn't have bracelet length clothing 20 years ago. No.
I was 10, so I wasn't buying my own clothes.
Probably didn't have a ton of choice.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There weren't all those choices
I'm really spoiled. And my legs are super long in comparison to other parts of my body.
Yeah.
And so my grandma made a lot of my clothes because we could never find pants long enough.
Right.
And so she also made a lot of my shirts. And so I had bracelet length shirts because that's what I like.
Right.
Yeah. I like them long.
I know. Jill likes them
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I like them longer than my wrists.
And I like mine the exact amount longer than your wrist, shorter than your wrist.
Shorter than your wrist.
2 inches shorter.
That's funny.
I'd have to go with the longer, I think. Yeah.
See, if they were longer, then I would push them up and then they'd get that thing.
The bunchy?
Yeah. I just hate it when your sleeves grow. And then you try to put them back down and they're
flared out.
Hate it.
Huh. Okay.
I'm very particular about all of the things.
We know what we like.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you have 2 FOs. That's awesome. So what that's all right. We'll get to the whips shortly.
Yeah.
But first, Jill has a few FOs also.
I have 3.
Yeah.
I have 4, but 1 is blocking. I have washcloths because I always have washcloths. So these are for my mom. They have a camper, and so they're for the camper. So I just
That's cool.
3 washcloths.
That's great. Show me that variegated one. I like that. And that's, of course, the grandma's favorite pattern.
It is in the sugar and cream.
Yep.
Right up there.
Nice.
Yeah. So
handy for the camper.
It is. And handy for the car knitting and the drink line in the morning before work.
Sure.
Diet Dr. Pepper knitting.
Yes.
My town doesn't have Diet Dr. Pepper.
Not all of them have them, which is a sad shock when you travel to find out. I know.
Okay. I am not sure the last time I sat in a drive-up line. Months. I don't know. I just don't go. I just don't get out.
On my way to work. And then I think I had one.
Look at your little sock blockers.
I know. Are they fun? So, yep. These are a girl in her wool, and this is
that yarn is stunning.
They're wonderful.
Which one? What month was this?
July.
I was gonna see if I had July to show. Okay, here's July in the skein.
Oh, it looks so different.
Yeah, this is what it was, and this is the contrast color that was optional to use.
Ooh, that contrast color, beautiful.
So you didn't use that, but this is what it looked like in the skein. Now, for viewers, this is a girl in her wool. That's Lauren, and this was the mystery sock yarn club for July. So go to her website, sign up for the mystery stuff. And
I told Jill I think I'm going to ask for that for Christmas.
Are you going to show August?
I will show August when we do works in progress. Okay. I can show them now.
Well, since we're talking about it, yes.
Okay. Yes. So August is still on the needles.
Well, right. But that's just fun. And here's August in the skein.
Oh, it looks so different.
Yeah.
I know.
That's beautiful.
So obviously you can tell we're big fans of Lauren's sock club. It's just fun to get the mystery thing in the mail every month. I mean, we keep plugging it, but it's just love it. It's fun. You're doing really well. I'm not keeping up. Can't.
I had done well until this month. So for 2 pair, I kept up, but then I did a different pair of socks instead of the instead of the August colorway.
And in fairness, you are a regional school superintendent, and hello, school started, and you've been buried. So August is busy.
August is busy, but look at these.
Look.
Those are so cute.
I love
them.
And those are your DK ones?
These are DK. This is Polka Dot Sheep. This is a yarn from a local dyer in Whitefish, Montana.
Yeah.
When my family went to Glacier, and I took my daughter to the yarn shop, and she got to pick a skein of yarn. And I was going to do a hat from it, but the hat did not work out real well because it was more of a DK sport than a worsted. So I did DK socks. So she will get these for Christmas.
And what's awesome? Oh, go ahead. Does she know about it or not?
I didn't think she knew, but I took them out today to take pictures to put on my Ravelry, and she showed up at the door, and I moved and I sat on them real quick and tried to look natural.
Natural sitting on your
concrete so I'm patio. Out on the patio on the ground. She comes and I shift and I'm like sitting on them. I'm sure it looked real natural. I'm sure she has no clue. Yeah, no.
I just wondered if she would watch this.
No.
Okay.
No. So I'm safe to put it on here, and I'm safe to put it on my Ravelry. So I'm super excited.
They're so pretty.
So that's why these are not done, because I did these instead.
And that's fine. And yeah, but I was going to say regarding hats with DK or sport, check out, well, you just have to adjust your, you've made fingering weight hats before.
No, she hasn't.
No? Well, fingering, I mean, not DK or sport, but there's lots and lots of patterns. Like I'm thinking of the sock head hat.
I feel like you've done mostly worsted hats.
Yeah. I prefer fingering weight hats, even though I live where it's really cold, but I guess that's why I prefer it, because
denser.
It's a thinner layer when I put up my hood. And I don't know, I just like fingering weight beanies and stuff better. So
I think eventually I could see myself doing that.
Oh yeah, not hard.
Oh, this would be a really cute one.
Fun.
Yeah.
A good one that's nice and slouchy, but also if it's super cold, you can yank it down and turn it up. If you don't want to wear it slouchy and you need it for the extra warmth, is the slouchy sockhead hat by Kelly McClure. Is that right? I don't know. I'll find it, put it down below. But I've made a couple of those and really, I gave one away and I kept one. Really like it.
You made the blue one. I remember that one.
Yeah, definitely. So yay. Speaking of hats, the only FO that I have that I don't know if people have seen, I don't remember if I showed this last time or not. Maybe I did. Did I show the Crofter's Cap? I finished another one.
Is this the purple one?
In the neutral.
Oh, no. Pretty.
So,
oh, look at that.
Yeah. So I like that. I haven't woven in all the ends yet.
That's really pretty.
I haven't blocked it yet actually either, but I will. But I like it. Yay. Yay. I like that. And I just, satisfying. It's super satisfying. So
For sure.
I am working on several whips, but I think that's the only FO that I have this.
Are those your only FOs, Jill?
Yes. I have my flax sweater is finished. I did not get it blocked in time to podcast. So next time we podcast, I will have it done. Yay. So it is done. The ends are woven in. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
You're looking forward to fall so you can wear it.
I know. Wear my, yes. So
let's talk about whips.
Okay.
Yes. Lindsay, speaking of the flax.
Speaking of the flax.
Oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. Look at that.
And the cables on the sleeves. So for viewers, this is the flax sweater by Tin Can Knits. And then Jill and Lindsay had both chosen to do a cable pattern on the sleeves rather than the pearl texture section.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah. And I know on Jill's Ravelry page, she put a note with a link of where she found someone else's Ravelry
I
note.
used the same note that Jill used for the same.
So, right. But I didn't know if you had your Ravelry updated or not. So that's why I was pointing viewers to Jill's Ravelry page because I know
Jill
she
is much
has
more
that.
organized than Lindsay.
Yeah.
It's only because I can't remember things. And so when I
can't either. I just write it down somewhere other than Ravelry.
I've tried that. I lose the papers. Like if I'm not.
Oh, I mean like in my phone.
And I write it down. Yeah.
So anyhow, we'll put the link down below to Jill's Ravelry page where you can then find the person
I will
who
try to get mine on Ravelry so that you could.
Did the notes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
So super cute. And what yarn did you use for that, Lindsay?
Malabrigo Rios.
Okay. In pearl?
Yes.
Same as Jill.
Pearl or gray. I think it's pearl. I can't find the
I think it's pearl
label, but I think it's pearl because it has more of the like grayish purpley undertones than the gray does.
Nice.
So
nice. So what other whips do you have going?
I'm still working on my faded sweater.
Nice.
I don't know if I've shared it in a while.
Oh no, I don't think you have. Wow.
So it's slow because it's fingering.
Yeah, but it's lovely.
But it's so pretty.
That's so
now that's which one is that again? The So Faded cardigan? Or no?
No, it is. So it is actually the Weekender Light, but I'm not doing the, she does like a slip stitch thing up because I don't like that. So I'm not doing that. So technically you would wear it inside out, which is like this.
Okay.
I'll decide when I finish if I want to wear it inside out or not. And that'll make the decision of how I do my sleeves. Because she has you wear it reverse stockinette out with the sleeves stockinette out.
Right.
I don't know if I'm going to do it that way or all stockinette out.
So is it knitted from the bottom up then?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yep. So it's and it's knit. You start it in two pieces. So it's a split hem.
Okay.
So you do one by one rib hem, and then another 1 by 1 rib hem, and then you join them, and then you work in stockinette stitch for a million years. I am traveling this weekend, and it will be very good car.
Oh yeah.
knitting.
Great car knitting. Sure.
Because I can knit it and talk and not have to worry about keeping a cable count.
Right.
So
nice.
I just need to go back to my notes to see where I am at my fade.
Do you have your bag there? Can you show us what all your colors are going to be?
Yes. I think I have my swatch in here so you could just see my swatch, but I'll show you the colors too. So this is my swatch.
Oh, that's cool. So bottom to top.
So this is the bottom, and then the top will be the darker color, so it'll fade to the lighter.
Yeah.
And then this is the reverse stockinette side. So it's so pretty either way. Yeah. It'll just depend on when it gets done. So, and it's all Tippy Tree yarns. Mm-hmm. So I've already finished this color. I'm working on this color. I'm finishing up this color. Mm-hmm. And then I have not yet added this color or this color, the two purplier ones.
That's cool. I think I would like that. See, something else I might have to do. I have just so many things I want to knit.
I looked through so many project pages because I knew I wanted to do a faded sweater, and I knew I wanted to do it in sock weight. Right. Because I like the feel of this yarn. And I finally knit up a swatch and then found a pattern based on the swatch that I liked, mm-hmm. and added the fade myself.
Yeah.
So.
See, I think I'd want it to be, I just like the cardigan. Yeah. Huh. And I really like her, which one is her faded, her whatever fine, or
the comfort Cardi?
Yeah, but faded. I'm not sure how I feel about the shawl.
But I've seen someone who did, I think it was Tracie from Grocery Girls. She did a 1x1 twisted rib, and she did not do it as a shawl collar. She just did a 1x1 twisted rib all the way around, and it is stunning.
Oh, I love it.
I'm going to write that down. I may have to go check her Ravelry.
Fantastic. If you go on my Ravelry, I think I have it marked as a favorite.
Okay. I might like that.
It's just gorgeous.
It really is.
I did not really love the Comfort Fade Cardi until I saw hers with that twisted rib collar, and it is just so pretty.
I'm writing that down. I'm going to go look that up. We'll have to talk about acquisitions here in a little bit too.
My other one is
that's cute.
So it's a Shorty sock from the Summer Lee Designs Shorty sock volume 1. Volume 1?
Yes, volume 1.
And it is, it's the last one in the pattern. Because there's like 4 or 5 in that one. And it is just basically a Shorty sock, but there's like a slip stitch part around the arch.
Right.
So that's the part that I'm on.
Okay. So, and what yarn is that?
It is Gusto wool. And I got it at my local yarn store on Worldwide Knit and Public Day. It was a special.
Nice.
So, and the colorway is like a number. It's not like a fun.
Yeah. Not like a fun name.
No.
Okay.
So all right.
Good.
Yep.
What do you have going, Jill?
Yay. Well, she was talking about that. I'm like, oh my gosh, what color is that? I know the yarn company, but I don't know the color of my thing, but I do know the color. Nope. I have Christmas socks going.
Love them.
That's fun.
Aren't they cute? So this is from Lollipop Yarn Company. And I had tried several times before I got it. And this I got right before Christmas last year. I just love how it's self-striping and the
I just didn't even know you got that.
It's like last year sometime.
My friendship is offended.
What if she doesn't have to share every single acquisition?
I send her every yarn that I buy.
You like text her a photo of every single yarn?
Oh, yes.
I even texted her a picture of my toddler's new shoes today.
Which we decided she's a better dressed toddler than I am.
Well,
I mean, obviously. Oh, yes. And that one is called Christmas Eve. And I'm sure they don't make it anymore because it was last year's Christmas, but I'm kind of watching out to see if she has something for this Christmas.
And you never know. Sometimes you'll find that like on Ravelry on the buy sell trade tab.
Oh, I never thought about that.
It's, you can look, see if people got it and maybe you are wanting. Yeah. Oh, what's that?
That's when I first started making bags.
Nice.
Because the bottoms aren't boxed on that one, but it has polka dots. So that's what, so then I just have, which I made a million of them and showed them on here before, the woven cable headband.
They're great.
But it's pretty every time.
They are fantastic for learning cables.
Yep.
It really, really is. It is not as intimidating as it looks. And you learn how to see them and read them and back them up.
Yep. And make sure your overs and unders are all.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Provisional cast on.
It's a good little project for technique building for sure.
It really is. And it's a quick little knit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice.
So that's what I have going on.
You have a lot.
A lot more than I usually do.
So this is the Strom Cardigan from the Shetland Wool Week, and I just have the sleeves done. Mm-hmm. And it's knitted from the bottom up. So I've done the running stitch marker here. I think I showed that before. Instead of doing the like metal progress marker, the pair light bulb shaped ones. Yeah, I don't really care for those.
Okay, wait, I don't know about this running stitch marker thing.
I did a video, I don't know, last year sometime about that, where
missed it.
Instead of doing like those,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Instead of the light bulb whatever markers that clip on, because that bothers me, and I don't know why I don't like dangly things hanging off my knitting, and because they're really sharp. If you're not truly paying attention, it's easy to split a stitch.
Yeah.
So what you do is just use a spare piece of yarn and go in and out over as you're knitting. And then, each one of these, a space is 5 rows and the yarn is 5 rows and the space is 5 and the yarn is 5. So, right. And then when I got up here, I was counting between my decreases, or maybe it's 4, whatever the pattern says, between my decreases.
Yeah.
And then after that, I just wanted to keep track to make sure my sleeves were the same size. So then after I got done with all my decrease rows, I moved to 10. Yeah. 10 here in spaces. So that way I could just keep track of how many I have for the length of my sleeve. Since we're talking about the length of the sleeve, I prefer mine to be about like that.
Right in the middle.
See, I would call that almost bracelet length. Okay, I would.
Because it's right to the bottom of my hand.
Yeah, so it's like an inch longer than I like.
Yeah. Anyway.
You're like a stair step.
So I have my sleeves.
We are.
And I need to cast on, the bottom. So then same kind of thing, you knit from the bottom up, and then you join the sleeves, and then you do the yoke. And then the other thing I have going on that Jill just mentioned is the Mesa sweater wrap by Rami Hill. And it's a wrap with sleeve holes, basically. So you can wear it either way. I'll link the pattern down below so you can see. And because it's knitted in a lot of garter stitch, it's hard to tell which is the right side, which is the wrong side. So you start out by casting on almost 300 stitches, and then there's this lace bit at the bottom. And then I'm just doing this fadey business, right? I'm knitting mine as a fade. Because I like a good fade. So what's interesting is you have the wrap part, and you can wear it. If you look, you wear it either this way or it's reversible, because the sleeve holes are right in the middle. It can be reversible and have the lace on the bottom if you wore it the other direction. You'll have to look at the pictures.
How long does it, and wide, I guess, does it end up?
Well, it's down to your butt for sure.
I feel like I want to make this.
Yeah. Anyway, go look at the pictures, but it's all fingering and it's a quick knit. After you get through that initial lace part, the whole thing is like this, 4
How many yards is it?
About 2,000.
Okay.
I think I have, maybe it's more like 1,600. I'll show you the yarn I picked.
You have 3 or 4 skeins then? 4.
It might be more like 4, 5.
4 to 5.
Yeah, because I'm almost done with color 1. I'm almost finished with color 1. And then this color 2, I'm about halfway through, and these were 50-gram skeins, so I need to wind the second one because they were smaller. So this is color 2.
Pretty.
And this is from Love and Speckles. And this is Tarina. She's on Etsy.
Oh,
then this is color 3 is this kind of brown and taupe sort of one.
Yeah.
This is color 4 that has some purple tones in it. And then color 5 is more darker blacky purple.
Oh, that's so pretty.
It'll be pretty.
So, but it's really easy because it's just the back and forth thing. Yeah. And then you only have one row that you purl.
Ever?
No, in the sequence. See?
Oh, got it.
Right. So, but it's easy to keep track of because you have that ridge every 4th row. So it's easy TV knitting just because you know where you are. Just by looking at it, you're readily able to see where you're at.
Great.
So that's fun. And then the other thing I have, I guess I'm going to go ahead and give you a preview. We will have a project coming up on the Purl Together website. This will not be on the channel. It's not going to be like a big public knit along. It'll be a workshop class kind of thing that I'm offering this fall. I'm nailing down the dates with a couple other people, but it's going to be a wrap that will be a rectangle, and I'm going to provide a template and then help you design your own. So it's kind of a choose your own adventure kind of thing. And I think I'm going to call it What's Your Story?
I like that.
What's your story wrap? Because I'm choosing components that are meaningful to me. And I would encourage other people to do that too, based on maybe a trip or an experience or a memory or whatever. But if you don't want to do that and you just want to knit stitch patterns that you like out of a dictionary, that's totally fine too. That's your story. I'm just going to pick what I want. So it's not blocked yet, but it starts off with garter stitch on the bottom. So you'll have sections that are, resting sections where you can just knit a little bit and watch a movie and contemplate your next thing. So this isn't blocked, but you have your garter stitch section down here. And then whatever lace pattern that you might choose. I chose a traditional Shetland lace, which you'll see this better when it's blocked. Then another garter stitch section. And then I'm doing a kind of a waterfall thing here. And then there'll be more that you'll see later. But so the premise behind this workshop is you'll go to my website and register for this. And then you'll have a template with the stitch patterns that I've chosen, but you can pick whatever you want. And I'll have some choices that you can kind of mix and match and basically plug and play if you want to. Or if you want to choose something out of a stitch dictionary that you have on your shelf, then I'll help you sort that out to make sure that the counts work and that, and we'll talk about swatching and making it all work. So I'm providing you with a template that if you don't want to design your own, you can just read the pattern and pick a module and stick it in there and it will work. See what I mean? So that will be coming up late October, probably November 1st-ish is when that'll be available. We'll have registration, pre-orders for the yarn. This is lovely.
That's pretty.
So pretty.
This is Hazel Knits, and the colorway is called Iris. And this is the artisan sock.
That's pretty.
So, of course, it's purple. Right. So look for that coming up. Will be some more promotional stuff in the videos, and like when I get this done and blocked, it'll come out. I mean, I'll show you. There'll be more information coming in the next couple of weeks. So that's also going to be our retreat project. So by the way, if people are interested in signing up for the fall retreat in Ogden, Utah, we'll put the link for that down below. There are still a couple of slots available if people want to sign up for that. A handful, not more than a couple. There's a handful of seats available if you're interested. We'll put the link there. Yay. And of course, I have a bunch of other whips that are in hibernation at the moment. This is what I'm currently working on, like actively working on.
active whips versus passive whips?
Yes.
I do. Yeah, I have a passive whip.
You do?
I do.
That surprises me.
Well, it's in the closet because there's other things that I want to do instead.
Right?
Yeah. I have a Gaptastic cowl, which I love to wear, and I wear the heck out of every winter, and I left it somewhere. I know.
So you're making yourself another.
I am, because I wore it a ton. And it was so hilarious because it was one of the first things I had knit, like outside of washcloths. And at the end, when I got done, I was so afraid, and Lindsay's going to laugh. You guys are going to laugh. I'm always afraid that my knitting is going to come undone.
Spontaneously unravel.
Spontaneously. And so in the very beginning, I used fray check, and they say, occasionally if you want, you use a tiny dot of fray check. Oh goodness. This was a little more than a dot.
You're like dot.
It's more like a globule. Like it was a little more than a dot. So this is a good thing that I'm remaking it because it will look a little bit different.
I have never used anything like that on my knits.
However, I did not used to knit with grabby yarn.
True.
Oh, right.
I knit entirely out of acrylic. And
that's slippery. That's, that is a little slick. Yeah. Especially if you're using like metal needles, acrylic
yarn. And I knit very loosely.
Oh yeah. I can
I was a beginning knitter. Yeah.
And that's out of the ordinary. Most people knit tightly when they first learn because they're like death grip.
I don't believe I tension my yarn well.
I agree with that.
I think that the way I learned to knit and what's natural to me, there's not a ton of tension. And I wonder if that's where it came from.
Yeah, I feel like you hold your yarn very different than I do.
Yeah.
I typically go down a needle size. Yeah.
That's something we should look at when we see each other next.
There we go. The fun part is you can always learn and tweak. The thing about all of the socks that I'm learning is, well, this sock, I liked, a little bit smaller cuffs, and I'm going to try 10 rows on the cuff instead of 15. And I'm going to try 10 rows on the leg. Or with these, I'm knitting these on zeros. These are ones, but it's still not quite the fabric that I want. It still feels a little loose.
Yeah.
So this will be my first one on zeros. So
and especially if you hold your yarn in a way that you don't create a lot of tension. Yeah. Interesting.
So I am excited to see how this fabric differs from this fabric.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, can we talk about acquisitions now?
Oh, yes. What do you have?
Oh, I was so excited. Okay. Do you remember last December when we did all those daily vlogs, and one of the independent dyers that we had on was Heather from So Happy Jane, and she's in Idaho. And I posted on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, several times. Oh, and I just did a recent podcast with Heather about her beachcomber collection. And it was so much fun because, we'd both lived, she visits every year, but I lived in Lincoln County in Oregon. I lived there for 15 years. So it was really fun for me to see, her talk about all the places because I've been there. Anyway, I ordered the collection. I could not help it.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty, or at least from seeing on the podcast.
Yes. And so her photographs are so much nicer. My lighting is not going to do this justice at all. But what happened was, so you have all the colors. I don't know if I can hold them all up. I'll try. So, oh, wait. Okay. There.
Oh, look at that.
That's so pretty.
Oh my gosh, those are pretty.
So there was one that I was trying to order this set, and she didn't have them on her website grouped as a set. So you went and ordered, clicked on each one individually. And I almost was not able to get the complete set. This one was called something, Beachside Motel. was this one.
Ooh, pretty.
And she didn't have it individually. She had it as a sock set. So I went ahead and ordered the sock set, and I'll probably use the mini for something else because I had, and I don't know. I might want to do something with all of them together. I don't know. Like the fade thing, maybe I don't know. But we talked about this a little bit with Heather, if you were going to do a fade with these, I mean, even just these 4 would be great.
Yeah.
But if I don't,
Are you thinking a shawl or a garment?
like that comfort Cardi.
The comfort fade Cardi?
I don't know. I have other yarn that is more of a gradient. I mean, because I think the difference to me in a fade or a gradient are 2 different things. Because you could create a fade out of anything. You could fade from one color to another gradually by alternating rows and whatever. A gradient is an entirely different matter. I think a proper gradient is like shades that are incrementally, very smoothly going from one color to another in a seamless gradient.
True.
So, for example, like I would consider that a gradient.
Yes, I agree.
Whereas you could take
anything and fade it.
Yeah, you could take these 2 things and fade it over a period of rows.
That matches your new quilt, Lindsay. That's sitting behind you. Hold that up, Jana. Look.
My favorite color combo.
Mint and peach and pinkish. Anyway, lots of fun things coming up this fall. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye on the channel for upcoming knit-alongs that I haven't decided about yet. Yay. Because I have too many ideas. So I'm going to have to narrow things down for what our next knit-along is going to be. So
fun.
Keep an eye out for that. Plus the What's Your Story wrap classes that will be available through my website. And yeah.
Yay.
Thanks for joining me, you guys.
This was fun. It's been so long.
It's been a long time. Okay, we'll do it again sooner.
Yes.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Happy knitting.